So because I just watched Hank and Catherine play Super Mario World 3D SpongeBob Care Pants, I don't even know what they call it anymore, and because I'm wearing my Tifio shirt, this one, I'm feeling very nerdfightery today. That's totally a word. I thought maybe I would tell you guys the story about how I became a nerdfighter. My best friend came over and we were doing that thing where you show each other YouTube videos. She was like, you have to see this one. She pulls up this video with a man with crazy hair and crazy eyes, and he's just rambling off questions and answers as fast as he possibly can. The only reason I remembered this one was because he started off by saying, "Good morning, it's Tuesday, April, whatever." I remember thinking that this must be some kind of sketch and Hank wasn't real and he was like being held captive and had to make daily videos about like whatever he was doing that day, just because I don't know why. That was like my first thought. The other reason I remember this is because one of the questions was, will we ever see the Yeti? And I laughed because I assumed it was like the actual Bigfoot type Yeti. And my best friend explained that his wife was called the Yeti because we never see her. She was a part of the video without really being a part of the video, like some mystery. Sometime later, I don't know if it was like later that night or just a couple of weeks later, she sent me this video and she was like, you have to hear this song. You guys probably know it best as the Anglerfish song. And I didn't even think it was related to that other video with the questions. I was just like, this is like a really catchy song. I never knew what that fish was called. That song was always stuck in my head, even though I never learned the words. I didn't download it. What bothers me about these memories is that I never asked my best friend how she found these videos, if she just found them at random, if she was trying to keep up with the Vlogbrothers. I don't know. I have no idea. I joined Tumblr in 2010 and right away I started seeing these GIFs of this man with Sharpie on his face and peanut butter on his face and throwing himself against a wall trying to prove he wasn't an octopus. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is really funny. Around 2012 I started seeing these really pretty quotes from this book called The Fault in Our Stars. Eventually I would put together that these quotes from The Fault in Our Stars were from the same guy who I would see on Tumblr a lot. He was always blogging posts and adding sarcastic comments and stuff. I think it was in like March of 2012 that I went to the grocery store and I saw this bright blue book and I had to go over to it. I don't know, there was something about it that I was like, I want to know what this book is. I was like, I think this is that book that I keep seeing on Tumblr. My best friend, the one who showed me the original Vlogbrothers videos, died in 2011 from cancer. So right away reading The Fault in Our Stars, it hit close to home, this young girl who had cancer, who was trying to still live a normal life. Within like the first chapter of this book, I loved it. I loved Hazel's voice. She sounded so much like Sarah, and it's so beautifully written. I know there are people who just like hate John Green's writing, but I think it's such a beautiful book. I know I really love a book when I want to like read about the author. So I go to that back cover and I'm reading John Green lives in Indianapolis, Indiana, and then I see he makes videos with his brother Hank at youtube.com/vlogbrothers. And I look him up and immediately all of those things like fit together. That he is that guy throwing himself against a wall, that he is the guy answering a million questions, that he made those videos that Sarah showed me years before. It felt like some kind of weird cosmic thing that I was just meant to find this book. So I started watching the Vlogbrothers, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit I was only watching John's videos because I thought Hank was like really weird and I couldn't get into it. But I wasn't a nerd fighter yet. I was just watching John's videos whenever I had time, whenever one looked interesting. It really wasn't until the end of the year when the Project for Awesome happened. Up until this point, I was still underestimating YouTube, like the power and the community of YouTube. I'm reading John Green's Tumblr and he's talking about raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for charity. I just thought, wow, these people are so dedicated. And that was the moment that I was like, I want to be a part of this. I want to be involved. I don't know, I was just so inspired by the community. And my first question was, well, how do I be a nerd fighter? What do I have to do? And if you Google it, that video comes up. If you want to be a nerd fighter, you already are one. And I was like, no, but I don't feel like one. And again, I know I like something when I just want to like dive into it head first. I had researched John and Hank and I knew that they had done Brotherhood 2.0. So I went onto their YouTube channel and I found the 2007 playlist and I watched all 1,000+ of their videos leading up to the present, which at the time was like 2013. It took like a month for me to watch all of the videos. And then of course as soon as I was done I went on to Hank's channel because at that point I was like a huge fan of Hank. I love John and Hank so much. I love that they do so much. It's not just YouTube videos, it's books and music and projects. I think they're just amazing guys. They're honestly some of my heroes. I've learned stuff for school, like I'm a big fan of Crash Course and SciShow. They're just some of my favorite people, and obviously Hank is the reason why I even know about VEDA in the first place. So that's how I became a Nerdfighter. I feel like it was a long process. It wasn't just like, oh, I read The Fault in Our Stars and now I'm here. I was introduced to them some years back. I don't even really remember when. I guess it was like 2009, 2010. So that's my story for today. I hope this isn't too long. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My sister's coming tomorrow. I don't know if I'll record a video early in the day or just wait to see what happens when she's here. I don't know. It's all in the air. It's all up in the air. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow regardless of what happens. Bye. Within like the first chapter I was in love with this book. I was gonna say Esther.